What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. I'm CringeyJesse, and this is Formula 1 Manager 2022. I am going to do this alongside with my Formula 1 22 videos and my PGA Tour videos because I enjoy playing all three of them, and there are people out there who enjoy watching people play all three of these. With that said, we are going to get into it very quickly. I'm not going to hold you up here because I don't know how long this video is going to be, and I like to keep my videos short and sweet. At least I try to. Because this is a racing game where we'll watch the races, I'll do most of my talking in that portion. However, to set up, I would like to say that in this game, the team that I'm going to take control of is Haas. They're the worst one on there, but we're going to rebuild them. We're going to build them up. We're going to make Haas F1 racing team a championship contender team. That is the goal for this series. Because I like Haas, especially Kevin Magnussen. Michael Schumacher, unfortunately, does no longer race with us. Who did we get? Hulkenberg? Is that his name? Oh, man. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about him. I am new to the sport, so I might butcher some names. I will definitely butcher other things. But as you can see, they're the worst team on the grid right now in this game. In real life, I think they made P8, but my goal for my first season, P7. We're going to try to get them to P7 by the end of the first season. Hopefully we can do that. But let's get started. Let's see what happens from here. CringeyJesse, the leader of the Haas team that will take them to victory. Let's go. Okay. I'm going to have him push. I don't know. We're going to deploy. Alright. This is for Logan Sargent's fastest lap on mediums.
All the pushing you can get.
See what he can do. We're going to see what he can do. Coming to the end of Sector 1. I know it's around here somewhere. About right here. You got a purple Sector 1. Okay. But I mean, he is pushing. He is pushing. Like, this isn't... This is just between him and Mick Schumacher. I ain't worried about. He might get the fastest lap, but his P1, I'm not worried about that. Nobody else is pushing. He's pushing because him and Mick Schumacher are fighting. Coming to the end of Sector 2, we have another purple. So he's en route to make the fastest lap. But we're not worried about that. We're not worried about that. He's coming down the last straight. Going around the last turn. Racing to the finish line. And he will come across the line. I didn't see it. It doesn't show me. It does not show me. Comes across the line with a 134.8. And there you have it. Logan Sargent with a 134.8. His first time put in against Mick Schumacher as they fight for the seat next season. The loser of this will be the reserve driver. I don't plan on getting rid of Mick Schumacher completely. He will be a reserve. Whoever loses is going to be a reserve. Like, I plan on keeping both of them. Kevin Magnussen, he did good in practice today. We made progress fixing up his car. Let's get on a P2. That was Mick Schumacher's pushing lap. No, that's not what I said. Standard, balance, neutral. All right. Mick Schumacher had a time 1:35.713. All right, so Logan and Mick both had a hard lap on a pair of mediums, and Logan won the battle in week 1. 30%, 71% setup knowledge. We don't know yet. Performance bonus, 8 out of 15. That's good. 4 out of 15. All right. Let's go and get P3. Let's get P3 over with. That was P3 too. I don't know. Setup confidence. We don't know. They didn't finish. We don't know. All right. Off to qualifying we go with things we have no idea what's going on. Hopefully, this doesn't mess him up. I can see Bottas, Norris, and Ricciardo. Oh, I can see all of them passing him, actually. If we are being honest, I can see them all passing. There's definitely not enough time to put him out there, so I'm really hoping I didn't mess Magnussen up on this. As Tsunoda, if I'm not mistaken, he has a penalty. Session is over. Magnussen is done. His time is set. He is where he is. Mick Schumacher still putting in yellow sectors after the end of sector 1. And coming across the line, Albon does not improve. Norris improves. Magnussen moves down to 12th. Bottas improved. Mick Schumacher putting in another yellow sector here in sector 2. Did Hamilton improve? Is he done? Or did we just magically drop 2 spots behind Hamilton? Hamilton definitely improved to 6th. It's up to Ricciardo and Zhou Guanyu. Ricciardo and Zhou Guanyu both finish. Zhou finishes ahead of Magnussen. Magnussen is safe. Mick Schumacher does not get out of Q1. The only Haas car continuing on is Magnussen into Q2. Starting our second flying lap and our final flying lap of Q2. Let's see what we can do here. Kevin Magnussen is the one in danger at the moment. Guan Yu Zhou, Esteban Ocon, Norris, Ricciardo, and Tsunoda honestly can all pass him. They can all do better than the positions that they are in. There's a couple of cars still in the pits, but I feel like those are the ones that were eliminated. I feel like they were all eliminated in the first round, so I might be tripping. We come across with a green sector 1. I'm a little late on that. I am sorry. Coming around the back straight. Thing is open. He is holding Perez up. I don't know by how much, but he is holding him up. Carlos Sainz on provisional pole. Alonso is finished. Gasly is finished. Gasly does improve to P7. Norris is out of the session. I said provisional pole. I'm so dumb. Magnussen now in 11th place. He really has to improve to get out. He has to improve. Tsunoda is finished. Esteban Ocon is finished. And he goes up to 11th. Kevin Magnussen finishes. And he's in 10th going into Q3. Beating Guan Yu Zhou and Esteban Ocon's time. Knocking out Guan Yu Zhou into Q3. Crossing the line, starting his lap. First DRS zone. He's flying. I definitely saw a 292. It's faster than last time so far. He comes up here with a yellow sector 1. He's not looking good. It is old tires. I did want to save a pair of softs for the race, just in case. Checkered flag is upon us. Alonso is done where he's at. If we can improve at all, Magnussen, now is the time. We could possibly take P9 away from Fernando Alonso. Possible. Sergio Perez comes out. He's where he is at. Verstappen is where he is at. Sainz is where he is at. Hamilton is where he is at. We have Bottas and somebody else behind us, it looks like. Is that Leclerc? As Magnussen races to the line in hopes of taking P9. And he does not. He does not get P9. As we now have what looks like Bottas coming up. And then I believe Leclerc behind him. And that is exactly what it is. As they both race down to the final turn, here comes Bottas. Making the turn. Hitting the DRS, opening his flap. It looks like he's going into the pits. So he's not going to finish this lap. And Leclerc finishes provisional pole. He has pole. Your top three is going to be Leclerc, Verstappen, and Carlos Sainz going into Bahrain.
Welcome to race day. And before we get down to it, last-minute checks are being made.
Haas proved quite resourceful during qualifying. That puts them in a very good position to make the most of this race start. Alfa Romeo managed to meet expectations during qualifying, and if they can keep this up, they'll have a good race ahead of them. The weather is very overcast here, and teams are staring at the sky watching for the first sign of rain. Strategies might have to be quite flexible going into today's race.
But which team has perfected the strategy that will see them prevail today, here at the Bahrain Grand Prix? Cloudy skies tonight, with the drivers now having taken position on the grid. There we see Kevin Magnussen. With a top 10 position on the grid, this race could really go either way for them. And it's Schumacher as the second driver today. They're in the back half of the pack, so they'll need to work hard if they want a podium finish. The race start is mere seconds away. Here we go with the Bahrain Grand Prix. It's lights out, and away we go.
And away they go. Leclerc, Verstappen fighting for the top as they come into the first corner. Who's going to come away with it? They're very close. Verstappen on the inside is 3 wide. Carlos Sainz and Max Verstappen. And Charles Leclerc as Max Verstappen takes the first spot going into the race. Magnussen holding on to P10. Doesn't look like he's struggling too much. And Mick Schumacher losing a spot to P17 to Sebastian Vettel. No, he's not. I read that wrong. Alex Albon. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm going to let everybody do what they do to start the race, as I have my players, my racers, you know, just kind of chill out, read the pack ahead of them before we do anything crazy to try to pass. And it looks like Max Verstappen and Leclerc are still fighting up here, as they are both trying to kind of pulling away from the pack there. Charles Leclerc is a second ahead of Carlos Sainz. If these two get away from everybody, it's just a one-on-one race for them two. Verstappen is holding him back, Coming to the end of the first lap, Max Verstappen has the lead and sets the fastest time of the race so far, with something I'm sure they'll tell us soon. As we have Schumacher in 17th still, coming to the end of the first lap. Kevin Magnussen in P10. He's holding that top 10. He is holding points for us right here at the moment. Squished in between two Alpines. Fernando Alonso in front of him, and Esteban Ocon behind him. So Magnussen's going to go ahead and jump into the pits. We're going to have him box for mediums.
Seems to have been a lockup.
Leclerc locks up on turn 15.
Now. Watch this.
Where was he?
Leclerc. And this, yes,
oh, he goes way off.
lockup.
Way off. And that, my friends, puts Leclerc 3 seconds behind Carlos Sainz, as Max Verstappen is also in the pit lanes, getting himself some fresh tires. Let's go look at Mick Schumacher as he comes up past the pit lanes into P10 right now. Sitting 11 seconds behind Yuki Tsunoda. Not quite time yet. We do another defense into the last turn, into the start-finish straight. And we have Norris, who's now less than a second away from Ocon and the group ahead of him, as they all come down the straight here. Mick Schumacher is staying well in front where he needs to be. As Norris and Magnussen and the group behind them catch up, Magnussen on the outside, now the inside of Norris. Dang, what is his first name? I can't think of it to save my life. Norris still in front of Magnussen, Ricciardo behind him, as they are now caught up to the group ahead of them. I'm going to put his stuff on neutral. Maybe that'll help him get a little bit past.
Copy.
However, Mick Schumacher does have to go in next lap. Not this lap, next lap. So that's an extra lap of defending. We're going to put him on attack right quick.
Come on, Kev, you can do this. Copy.
Let's see if we can gain any positions over here. DRS flap is not open.
They've gone wide.
Ocon ran wide. I don't know where he was. Magnussen's up to P13. Mick Schumacher's up to P9. Magnussen looking at the inside of Ocon.
Haas with an overtake.
Coming down this final straight here, we still have Mick Schumacher up in P9. Guan Yu Zhou looking on the inside up here. They're coming down. And it looks like Guan Yu Zhou takes P9 away from Mick Schumacher. Is Mick Schumacher... Yes. Okay. All right. Yes. I know. I was going to do that. I promise. I promise. All right. Damn. Mick Schumacher is still trying to defend so his teammates can catch up. Magnussen, it looks like, is right there with Ocon.
Doing a good job.
3 wide into turn 1 as Norris tried to get up in there. Ocon does take P12. And one more DRS zone as Magnussen does not go for a move. We're going to put him back on things so that we don't waste a lot of things here. Ocon does retake that spot as Mick Schumacher is now trying his best to hold back Gasly and Ocon so that his teammate can get in front of them before he goes into the pits. All right, one last push by Magnussen here to try to get a position. It does not look like he's quite close enough to do so. Oh, I pushed with the wrong thing. I pushed with gas. I did not want to do that. All right, Magnussen, we're going to need you to drive a little bit more cautiously here for a little bit as Mick Schumacher is now going into the pit lanes. to get himself a fresh new pair of tires.
Copy, penetrate.
And Magnussen spins. He spun out.
Now just focus on the Haas.
That is not what we need here at this exact
They lose
moment.
it there. That's the spin.
It is not what we need at all
And the
here
team had such high
to
hopes
finish.
today.
Oh,
What a
no.
shame.
Is there a chance we can still get P10? I have no idea, but we will try for it. It is a yellow flag. Unfortunately, it will not be anything more than that. However, that is not what I was looking at. I do want to look at some pit options real quick before he gets to the line. Let's see. Lifetime of laps is 39. Because if 39... Let's see here. We got 38, 48, 58. I think that is exactly what I'm going to do right here. So I'm going to go ahead and let him come in on hards
Copy, box.
to try to get around Sebastian Vettel. Is it going to be a double overtake for a Haas? Magnussen gets the pass. However, he does cut off Mick Schumacher, who is now on the inside here on turn 1. And it looks like he does, in fact, get the pass.
Yeah, good job, mate.
On Sebastian Vettel, putting my drivers in P17 and P18 now. Kevin Magnussen taking the inside of Albon up here into P4. He takes that spot very cleanly. We are going to take his ERS off,
Good job, Kev.
but we need Mick Schumacher to stay
Is that a new race position for
in
Haas?
that spot. We need Mick Schumacher to get in front of Alex Albon right here at this DRS zone. As we have Verstappen here coming in. Mick Schumacher in 19th. Unfortunately, he did not come in last, but we went ahead and let him finish out, as you can see, at 23%. As we look at the order coming down the last of the track here on lap 57, the final lap of Bahrain, Max Verstappen and Red Bull take the first Grand Prix win race, whatever it's called, of the season. Carlos Sainz coming in second. Leclerc, who's still fighting. Nope, that's not Perez. That's somebody else. Leclerc takes P3. As your top 3 is Verstappen, Carlos Sainz, and Leclerc. Perez taking P4. Russell and Bottas here fighting for 5th place, as they are way back there. They are way back there. Magnussen, who has been lapped, is going to come across the line, finishing his race today here in P15. Good job for helping me finish a goal, Kevin Magnussen. You are doing great. You are doing wonderful things. As we go back and we look at Bottas and Russell, and it looks like Russell's going to get P5. Bottas is going to come in at P6. Hamilton, who wanted to be a part of that fight the entire race, does not get to be, but he does finish P7. Alonso 8. Guan Yu Zhou will finish this race here in P9. There it is. No, never mind. I'm blind.
Okay,
Coming
mate,
around
now
the
we'll come
last
around
turn.
and take the checker.
Coming around the last turn.
I'm very sorry about that.
P9 goes to Guan Yu Zhou. P10, and your last points of the race goes to Pierre Gasly in the AlphaTauri. Mick Schumacher, we heard your apology. Listen, man, the only way to go from here is up. All right, we got this. Don't worry about it. We'll do what needs to be done. It's okay. So once again, your podium winners today: Max Verstappen, Carlos Sainz, and Charles Leclerc. Sergio Perez started in 4th and ended in 4th. Valtteri Bottas started in 6th, ended in 6th. He did put up a good fight against George Russell there. Lewis Hamilton dropped 2 spots to P7 from where he started. Fernando Alonso, P8. Guan Yu Zhou in P9. And Pierre Gasly rounding up your points. As we said at the beginning of this video, I am doing this to work on my broadcasting, to work on my speaking. As you can tell, I definitely need it. But then again, it's now 2:40 in the morning at the time of this recording. I am slightly tired, but we're getting there. These are all your non-point winners, but Kevin Magnussen did get P15, and that was a goal to have one of our drivers get P15 or better. Unfortunately for Mick Schumacher, I say unfortunately because it is my fault that he is so far down. I did not strategize him very well at all. I did try. At one point, I was trying to keep him close to Kevin Magnussen. That did not work, especially after the blue flag started coming out and slowing these back runners down. Mick Schumacher, however, did not come in last, thankfully. He is in P19. Not a bad first week for me and my boys. It's not exactly where I wanted to finish. I did want to finish in the top 10 once I saw that Kevin Magnussen could do it. Unfortunately, things don't always go according to the way you want. But it's alright, we got some building to do. I came in here knowing that we had some building to do. P7 is the goal, P8 is where we are at. And as of right now, your driver standings, this is also where they are at. This is exactly, we're going to look at the drivers. There we go. Yeah, exactly where everybody finished is where everybody is as of right now. In the constructors over here, we have the Haas in P8, which is good. We won to beat McLaren, who also don't have any points at the moment. Red Bull right now leading, followed behind Ferrari, who's not that far behind. And then Mercedes, Alfa Romeo in 4th, Alpine in 5th, and AlphaTauri in 6th. It was a great race weekend. Thank you guys for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy it, please hit that like button. It lets me know that you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below on what you think you would like to see more of. In this series particular, do you want to see the entire race? Do you want me to break it down like I did in this race? Do you want me to just show you the highlights of all the things? I don't know. I don't know if I can do the entire race, though. I'm going to go ahead and put that out there as a disclaimer. I do everything off of my PlayStation. And as far as I know, I cannot make a video longer than an hour on my PlayStation. But if you want to see more of the race than anything else, just let me know. I'll put more of the race than anything else in there. I'll just put like the final couple of laps of qualifying, because I do like qualifying. Qualifying is what lets me know where my team is and what they can and cannot do. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, please hit that like button. It lets me know. Like I said, comment down below what you would like to see more of in this series. Until next time, be safe out there. Have fun. Be happy in life. Do what you want to do. Be yourself. Yeah, I know you hear that a lot, but I'm going to remind you to do it. Be yourself. I'll catch you next time.